Already, what's the motherfucking deal? I apologize. I'm testing some new shit out, trying to get some new looks going for the sauce, for the flavor. So, am I on time? I actually am a little bit on time for a change. Hopefully everything else is right, because y'all know half the time I be setting the wrong things up and trying to get this shit rolling. Make sure I'm on the right shit. Make sure y'all can hear me. Make sure the audio and everything is what it's supposed to be. Trying to make this shit look neater, look clean. What's the motherfucking deal? Already. So, man, y'all know how we start this off, man. Like, I'm trying to get some organization, start trying to keep track of the minutes of the show. So that way when people come back later on and they kind of want to get to the part that they want to get to, you know, we're going to keep things in order. So like I said, it's going to be a little bit of work on my end, but you know, it's going to take practice making perfect, man, because like I said, I want this thing to be better. It's all about improving. Like I said, y'all show me plenty of love, man. The least I can do is try to step my game up every time I hit that fucking stream button when I'm on time. So what's the motherfucking deal? We had a bunch of folks jump in here real early, and I know I'm in sauce debt again. I'm going to get that shit going before we said, man, things, Heidi. I'm going to get that shit going before we get into the den later on this evening. We got Joseph and Jose. And who is the last of the live five? Mr. Duck Scout himself. All right, that's what's shaking, man. That's what's shaking. So what's the motherfucking deal, man? Things, Heidi, Joseph, Jose, Duck Scout. We got Jeremiah, Wise. Man, it's all Gucci, man. You know, if you miss it, we going to always chop it up later on. So, you know, it's unfortunate you missed this time. Real family, Kellum Boys. Duck Scout, yes, I'm finally here. You know, better late than never, but I think I was on time today. Omar, V selling FSU, what's the motherfucking deal? Titans up. Rodney, what's the motherfucking deal? Already. You say you got five? Already, man. So, like I say, y'all know how we start this thing off, man. Roll call. That means if you from the city, shout out your side with pride, so I can show you a little bit of love. And if you're not from the city, man, shout out your city, state, hood, set, clique, group, your family name. You got a motherfucking me, you know, one of them shields with your little symbol on. Shout that shit. Whatever, how you represent your motherfucking self, man. Represent it by putting it on the map so we can just show a little bit of love. And we're gonna talk about a couple of things today. We're gonna talk about actually we can crank the little thing down here before we really get to talking about some shit. We're gonna talk about, or actually before I start that, look, I got it all backwards. Like, I'm trying to do some new things and try to make sure shit looks correct. First, let's get that intro cracked, because I don't think we introed up, and then we're gonna get into it. Never miss another live stream again. Hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and click see all notifications. Alrighty. And like I say, welcome to Sauce Sports. So what's the motherfucking deal? If this is your first time and you're not familiar, I am your boy Ed Honcho, your Houston homeboy, your Houston homer, aka Senior Saucy if you get down like that. And this is Sauce Sports. Sauce Sports is a Houston, Texas homer channel. So that means we're talking about all sports, but only Houston. You see the socials down below. I'm trying to, you tell me every fucking time. I can't help it. I try to be prepared for it, but the you tell me makes me laugh. So no excuse. We're trying to start getting a little bit of a cleaner look going on and things like that. So no excuses. I'm putting the links and the logos in your motherfucking face. So you can't, didn't know what your Instagram was. Now you know. So like I say, with that being said, man, shout out where you from so we can get that roll call action going down. And we're going to talk about a few things. Say, Bosh won't be on a roster. You know how bad it would make a team look if he died for the team? Oh, absolutely. And that's one of the things. So we're going to talk about a few of these things. St. Louis in the motherfucking house. What's the motherfucking deal? Northwest H-Town in the motherfucking house. What's the motherfucking deal? Shout out to the North Side. But let's get in it to win it, man. And let's start talking about some good old shit. So let's make sure I do this here correctly. And we're going to talk a little bit about the Bosh situation. And we're going to get that cranked up. So that way it'll start looking good. We can definitely keep, you know, those who come in a little bit later and they want to make sure they're on track, or they want to make sure they're on top of everything. No more excuses, man. We got it right here. So Chris Bosh was where was he at? He was on one of those stations. Like I said, I catch things in glimpses because it's really honestly very hard for me to pay attention to the national media. Okay. And they really do make me sick. The shit that they say, just the craziness, the off the wall shit that they talk about, the bias and all those other things that go into it. It's fine. It's dandy. You know, of course, we can talk a lot of shit. We love our team. We see our city doing something. But it only counts when you go out and you get the hardware. But it's fine. It's dandy. You know, people want to ride the Golden State Johnson, you know, the whole season. It's all good. Just don't jump on our jock once we make it rock. But Chris Bosh, and I'm going to tell you why, even if he was fucking healthy, I would say fuck no. Chris Bosh had a chance to be a Rocket a while back. He decided to do what? Go back to fucking Miami or wherever the fuck he was doing. Had a chance to come and be a part of something that could have made that we could have took that step up a long time ago. Chris Bosh didn't want to come here. He wanted to go take his talents, remain with his talents back on South Beach. So, you know, he made some comments today, said he'd like to be on a contender. Of course you'd like to be on. Everybody would like to be on a fucking contender. You're not that good. Nobody's that concerned about you. Nobody's willing to risk. There's not enough leverage for somebody to be like, well, you know, well, he might fucking die, but we could get a championship. Both of those are permanent. So, hey, no, fuck that, man. One, exactly like Doug Scott said, nobody wants Chris Bosh on their roster about to fucking clock out. He was on First Take? That's what it was? Okay. Nobody wants Chris Bosh on their roster about to fucking clock out and die, you know, on the fucking thing. Like, I understand it's hard for athletes. You have to protect athletes from themselves because, hey, it's the only thing I know and the only thing I love. Then, you know, I'm gonna stick with this thing. I'm gonna want to try to play until I can't play anymore. I mean, you see some of the older guys playing in the big three leagues and, you know, still hooping overseas and things like that because they love the game. They don't know, they doesn't know how to fucking boss his Ramsey because they don't know how to call it a rap, man. You know, this guy has an issue, and like I say, I'm not saying that Bosh wouldn't be an asset, but after you already talked shit and you dissed us once. You know, don't come see us shining now. Oh, well, you know, I'd love to be a Houston Rocket. They're hooping. Fuck you. Fuck you and everything that come with you, Chris Bosh. You had a chance, man. We were welcoming you with open arms. Pause, maybe. Raptor face. I don't know. But, you know, we welcomed him to Houston. We wanted him to come, but he didn't want to. He could have been that piece shit a few years back that could have set us apart, you know, with, I think that was around the Dwight time. You know, same thing with Carmelo. You know, we all wanted to give Carmelo a second chance because, you know, it wasn't like he was going to be a star here. He was just going to be relinquished to a third option, maybe a fourth, depending on, you know, what else we had going on. Oh, my God. If Chris Bosh dunking and dying, that would be awful shit. That would be horrible for the Houston Rockets franchise and for, well, Chris Bosh and the NBA as a whole. It would be bad for their brand. So we'll have to definitely see. All right. Yeah, what I was supposed to do on Wednesday, I know he had some stuff going on with his old late. I was supposed to link up with him yesterday, but I ended up running late, so I kind of just jumped on. And then today's topic is, like I say, it's probably going to be a lot more basketball talk, a little bit of Texans talk. So we're going to save it. I'm going to make sure, you know, everything's kosher. We can make sure we got right timing for the round table. But, yeah, so he's kosher. He's going to be all right. What's up, Heidi? What's the deal? So now everybody can relax. Now everybody finna be nervous and worried like you finna go at him like you be trying to get at my boy Darren, man. I'm just saying though. Trizzy, what's the motherfucking deal, man? How you doing this evening? But yeah, we definitely don't want to take that risk, man, because you add a stretch guy who can play. You add a more consistent. Now, I wouldn't say his shot is he can give you the range that Anderson gives you, but he'd give you a more consistent player at the 4 position. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that, like I say, he can stretch the defense, he can do some things, but he could also die. And we don't want that. We don't want that we don't want that issue, man. You know what I'm saying? You a Dare Beta truce. That's like the Crips and Bloods truce. We go see how long that lasts. What's up, El Lobo, man? Oh yeah. Look, I'm gonna talk about that too, man. I'm telling you, man, we finna start talking about that shit too, man. We're gonna talk about how I'm telling you, we making them sweat out there in Golden State. They talking about Houston now. They trying to hate on Daryl Morey because he made that tweet to Portland after they won with the hashtag Rip City on it. And you got people in Golden State, that's classless, and I can't believe who would do something like that. What is he proving? Like, get the fuck out of here, dog. Like, y'all motherfuckers just be looking for a reason to cry about some shit. But, like I said, getting back, what's up, man? What's the motherfucking deal? But getting back to Bosh, man, you know, back before we knew about his issues and about his, you know, health concerns, he would make a viable option. It's not like Bosh is trash. You know, he definitely, you know, took a backseat to Wade and to LeBron because they're that great of players, but he could solidify a team in his own right. Then he was talking about not just us, but he's talking about like Golden State. He talked about I want to say Toronto, but note all teams that are top tier. Of course, your ass want to go fucking play for a top tier team. That's what everybody would love to do. But unfortunately, we're not rocking with that shit, man. We know we're not rocking with that shit. So even if he was healthy, I wouldn't want Chris Bosh here because I feel like Dwayne Brown. I felt disrespected by the first time when he ain't show us no love, man. But like I say, make sure y'all are part of the round table because we're gonna go further into. We're gonna talk some more about that. We're gonna get some other perspectives because there's always a variety of perspectives with the round table. So we're gonna have a good round table this weekend because I got some other topics I want to bring up that I haven't even told them about yet. I don't want to tell anybody about it because then they'll have ideas. I want good, hot, fresh take reaction. So I'm gonna say that for the round table. So make sure y'all are part of that. And not only for the round table, but it will be the beginning of Sauce Society. So, oh shit. Oh man, that's the motherfucker. Oh yeah. I added a couple little things to it. Appreciate that love, Jay Dizzle. Changed up a couple little things. So now whenever you super chat or you donate, your message will get read out and all that. I was like, what the fuck? Who the fuck is talking? I forgot for a second. But yes, it's definitely gonna go down. So I appreciate that love, Jay Dizzle. I mean, yes, sir. What's the meaning? Trubisky over Watson? Hell no. Not no, but hell the fuck no. You know, people have to validate that pick somehow, some way, and they're gonna hype it up. They're gonna do it all they can. The Chiefs signed him. Well, that's good. That's what's up. I didn't have the music on. Man, my fault. I keep forgetting to have the pushing that button. That's crazy. I didn't think we were picking up anyway. But I mean, the thing about Amerson is I know some people are like really down on it. And I agree, like you don't want to pick him up that the music was off. It should be on this next time. Okay, I make sure I forget sometimes to hit that button because I be listening to shit on Spotify and I don't want it to play during the stream. But yeah, now I think it's I think I set it up to where if you do it through Streamlabs, it's the Hakeem. If you do it through the Super Chat, it's Watson, and I think on Patreon it's the Dancing JJ. So that way y'all have a choice of what it is y'all fuck with. You know what I mean? Until I can figure out where y'all can select it yourselves, I have it set up like that. So let's talk about some of the other. Hey, we're gonna talk about some of the other things, but let me make sure I boost this up. Where we at in the 13-minute mark? All right. And I want to talk about Amerson real quick. Make sure, like I say, we want to make sure we keep these things in order. Like I say, I'm learning how to tighten it up. But I think I misspelled that. Hell yeah, I misspelled that. Let me go back and fix it. But here's the thing, man. You had to take a look at it. You had to, just because he's a veteran corner. I mean, you can sit here and say, we know his stats were ass, but you have to take a look at it. I mean, you're not doing your job. You're not doing your due diligence in the NFL if you're not taking a look at him. Even if you know he's ass, you let him come in, you let him get a workout in, and if he doesn't fit what you want, then hey, cool. Go out and get scrammed. You know, but it is what it is. So, like, I know a lot of people say, oh, we can't make that move. Don't do it. I agree. I don't want him. I'm not saying that we want to pick him up. But what I am saying is that I would go for it and just take a look. I mean, what does it hurt? You know, sometimes guys have down years. You know, he had some injury situations going on, and he obviously Cornell had to have some type of interest because that's if Cornell was like, hey, fuck no, I don't want this dude. I have no interest. The Texans wouldn't have brought him in. The GM wouldn't be doing his job though if he didn't take a look at him. You have to. I mean, what sense does it make? It was 4 or 5 teams that were looking at him. That's a move you make. Obviously, there's some type of interest in him. and you see what you can do with that. So I have no issue. Yes, the Spotify is not on, and I have video, but I don't have it on right now. I'll have it for the next sauce. I have video proof of Scotty eating, so y'all can't be claiming I've been starving the damn dog. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, with Amerson, dog, like I say, he's a corner. It's a position that we have a need in. You take a look at him. I mean, you kind of be an ass if you don't. Even no matter what the stats say, you just take a look. It doesn't hurt to fucking take a look. But yeah, I definitely want to look at some of those other guys, and I'll be dropping those. I've been saying I'm gonna do those free agent focuses. I've just been kind of delaying. Now that there won't be a whole lot of news, I'll probably drop one this weekend and sometime during this All-Star break to get the other ones. You like the shirt? Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I ain't wore this one in a while. Yeah, that's the thing. You can't afford to not to. You can't just let guys pass you. Who knows, man? Sometimes these guys have down years and they bounce back. Sometimes they're just ass. Oh yeah, Ronda. We could talk about that too. That's something we could set up to a whole. We could have a whole sauce about Ronda and the reality of her championships. Now you had to beat those people. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You had to beat those people. But the UFC marketed the fuck out of Ronda Rousey, and they set it up for her to be a champion. How do you come into a league a champion? Like, hey, I haven't fought here yet, but I'm the champion. How does that fucking work? You know what I'm saying? See, look, we gonna see Heidi high kicking bitches and shit on what UFC is it now? Like 220 something by now. She's gonna be on UFC 245. Yoga and kicking people and shit. That's fucking funny. It's like 607. What's the deal, Berkeley boss? But here's my thing, man. I definitely agree that Ronda was a little bit overhyped. And like I said, they set it up for her to be in that position and to be a champion, because they brought in a bunch of girls. They were filling out that division with other athletes or other female athletes who were either new to the shit or hadn't really proven themselves. They could have easily went and got, what's her name? She's been wanting to fight her forever. Cyborg. They could have went and got Cyborg off the rip. You know what I'm saying? But they never went and made that move. Oh man, my fault though. What's the name? I have to look. Like, trust me, I be getting some. Quavo gonna be in the All-Star game. That was his announcement. Okay, my fault, Berkeley. I'm gonna have to get the name, because I'll be getting certain names and some of them I'll be forgetting, and that people be having different names and shit. So I apologize if y'all done showed me some love and I haven't followed back or haven't gotten back with y'all. I don't mean any harm. But Ronda Rousey, man, let's just take a quick look at her career. Because you saw what happened. As soon as she had to really face some real competition, she started getting her ass kicked. When they realized, and I've said it early on, she was a one-trick pony. There was a reason that she could only finish people one way. And it was cool. Have no hate.
Got Houston on my back, because I love the city I'm from. Hands up if you feel that.
Y'all some cheap MFS.
That's funny. The little reading voice. Did y'all hear that? Let me know if y'all heard that one, because it was definitely talking some shit. So I appreciate that. That's what's up. So I appreciate that love. But yeah, that's the thing. That's what I want to talk about, is when she first had to go and face Holly Holm. Like I said, I never really gave a lot of attention to Ronda Rousey like that. But when she just started, after fighting me, she could go probably buy her a nice house, probably in Arizona somewhere, not really. Like, you smelling the fuck out yourself. You go wash your pussy, because you really smelling yourself right now. Like, you tripping with yourself. You ain't done nothing. You know what I'm saying? And they picking and choosing. They kept putting her against the old girl because they knew that she could beat old girl, Miesha Tate. I wanted Miesha to whoop her so bad, but, then once they actually found some quality, they thought that she was going to be able to pull a move out. But Holly Holm came and curb stomped that bitch. And then the other little chick beat the brakes off that bitch. And I don't know what it's like to lose, and I can't take it. Yeah, now when she realized, look, hey, you was just a setup to draw female fans into the business and female contenders, and now that people are paying attention. Okay, Duck Scott, I see you. Everybody talking trash. I like it. I'm with that shit.
Got Houston on my back, because I love the city I'm from. Hands up if you feel that.
Shut up, Heidi.
That's fucking hilarious. That is really. That shit real loud. Hold on, let me make sure I look. I'll try to lower it down. So let me see how loud I got it. Let me draw it down just a little bit. Y'all have to let me know. Sometimes I hear shit differently. I got all kind of different settings going on over here. But once you realize, okay, well, you're no longer the prize pony anymore. We really got some talent out here. You know, I can't beat everybody by fucking putting them in the arm bar. No, when I actually have to really fight motherfuckers, I'm getting my fucking ass kicked. Like, the thing that killed me, dog, was people who were sitting here really trying to justify. And this is where I'm going to talk about Rousey, because I really don't like her that much. But when we seen what has happened, that's why she went to the fake side. But when people were starting to talk about, oh, Ronda Rousey could beat up Floyd Mayweather, that's when I knew people are stupid, dog. Like, people, you're fucking delusional. Like I say, when you want to talk about a real fight, you know what I'm saying? A real fight. Now, in a street fight, a motherfucker might sneak you. You know, if you are having an actual confrontation, you're going to get hit before you get a chance to just grab somebody. If a motherfucker got some hands, they're going to pop you a couple of times before you really just going to be able to grab a motherfucker. That's why I always sit here and, like, when we talk about MMA versus boxing, I feel like boxing has the advantage in a street fight. Unless you just come out kicking a motherfucker in the head or doing some outrageous shit, all that grappling shit, it's not going to be easy unless you just catch a motherfucker off guard. A motherfucker who knows how to fight ain't going to just let you grab them immediately. And, you know, they're going to pop your ass a couple times. So here's what I'm saying about Rousey. Women are naturally a little bit slower. Floyd Mayweather's probably one of the fastest motherfuckers you've ever seen throw hands in your life. And by the time she makes that move, she'd be hit 11 times before she knew what the fuck happened. And she'd be knocked the fuck out before she made a fucking move. And so when people said, oh, she could fight him, if it was a trade, even if it was the schedule, Floyd Mayweather would beat the piss out of Ronda Rousey. You saw just like these other women when they put hands on her and damn near kicked her fucking head off, all that other good shit. She couldn't take that shit. So what makes motherfuckers really think that she's gonna get in there with a boxer, one of the best to ever fucking do it? And really, like, that's when people, like, to me, are disillusioned. They just start saying off the wall shit. And that's the type of shit. Those are the kind of conversations I can no longer partake in. But let's get to talking about the H-Town haters, the haters of Houston, man, and they're everywhere. I want to talk about, you know, Golden State, and I want to talk about their pregame announcer, salty motherfucker. Wrong thing. It helps if I can spell, huh? And so basically, like I said, he was hating on you can ask the trailer men I put to sleep. I'm not going to ask how you did that. That could mean a multitude of things. Now, I'm not saying, though. What's the deal, Rashawn John? Rasha John. I said Rashawn John, like fucking Rondo and fucking Sean John clothing and shit. But that's what I say. Like, people just say a 2-piece of a biscuit. She go wake up with her mouth like she just ate a Popeye's. I need get him some milk. It's fucking funny, man. You say that she would have beaten Cupcake if her heart got broke so bad, let alone. That's what I'm saying, man. It's too many. Oh, CM Punk best 30 seconds of his life. That's fucking funny. But talking about the fucking hate, dog. Like, you see Stephen A. still low key hating. You know, I don't see it. You know, the first seed don't mean anything. You know, because I just don't see Houston going to 7 games with. Okay, so like I say, motherfuckers can sit here and act like the regular season doesn't mean anything. If that was the case, if the regular season did not mean anything to the Warriors, the motherfuckers would have a much worse record than they have. They would just say fuck it, you know, and just get to the playoffs. They figure they do whatever the fuck they want to. Trust me, it means something. Because now you've seen Kerr hating with trying to hate on Harden with the step back. Oh, it had to be a travel. You fucking pussy. You like I say, Curry does the same ass shit, or fucking, like I say, he gets away with a bunch of bullshit because he's the golden boy. You know, y'all light skinned motherfuckers. I gotta watch out on y'all. No, I'm just hating, but I'm partially telling the truth. Somebody asked, so bow. There you go. Look, I'm trying to make the graphics look a little bit neat. I'm trying to make things look a little bit more professional. You know, especially getting ready for the Sauce Society this weekend. I want to start cleaning up everything. I'm gonna start making the Kush look a little bit cleaner. I'm gonna change up some stuff. Like I say, I wait until March 10th till the 1 year. I was gonna do it sooner, but now that I realize, just a few weeks away, and that'll be the anniversary of the first video I dropped on this channel. And so on March 10th, I'm gonna change up the sauce. I'm gonna change up some flavor. I'm gonna actually probably hold a vote before then, and I'm gonna show y'all a couple of the new things that I've been working on. And like I say, because the flavor is all about y'all. Y'all are the fresh ingredients. Y'all are the things that make the flavor fresh. So I'm gonna let y'all help in deciding some of the directions that the sauce goes in. But like I say, so you got people all over the map hating. You got announcers hating. You have people who are affiliated with Golden State hating. You got Golden State players hating. These motherfuckers have 4 fucking all-stars in the fucking game. We got 1. We got the best record in the league. You got to sit on that. You know what I'm saying? And this is considering that we've taken severe. We've had a start. I'm going to have to actually go back and do the math. But honestly, for the majority of the season, we've had starters missing from our, if not one, multiple starters. I don't even think we've been a full healthy a full 10 games, honestly. Like, I'd really have to go back and see. You could think about, Muthaf was out a while. He wasn't necessarily a starter, but he was an asset. Anderson was out a couple of games. Ariza's been out several games. Gordon's been out several games. Harden was out 7-8 games. CP3, about 15 games. Our big 3, quote unquote, has only played 29 games together. We've got over fucking 50 games played. You know what I mean? What is it? What are we, 44 and 13? So what is that, 57 games? You know what I mean? So we're about half of that, a little less than half, a little more than half of that our team has actually played together. And they've only lost 1 game, and that was to New Orleans. And New Orleans they kind of got the recipe of what it's going to take to get with the Rockets. If the Rockets shots are not falling from deep, New Orleans is the type of team that can hurt the Rockets. But my thing is, still, no credit. 10-game win streak. Played all the best teams in the West while doing it. No credit, no love. They'd rather talk about, the Warriors should they seriously be concerned? Nah, don't be concerned, because we've been telling y'all. I've been telling y'all for a real long time that Houston was going to do this. CP3 comes to Houston. There's no way. There's not enough balls for them to share together. Okay, cool. But OKC is legendary. OKC is still in the conversation. What are they, a 5th or 6th seed? And that whole 6th seed through 6th through 7th, actually the 5th through fucking 8th seed, you're talking about 1 or 2 games behind. You're talking about the Rockets a half game ahead of the next best team, which is Golden State. And then outside of that, you're talking about like an 8-game difference for the next best team. So there's only 2 teams in the West that really fucking matter. And people say, well, we were talking about the playoffs. It's going to be, no, it's not. Because what people don't realize is Russell Westbrook, 1, only has 1 speed. That's all he knows how to do, is go hard all the fucking time. And so since he's going hard all the time, it's not going to change for him in the playoff. He can't go any harder. Russell Westbrook, I give him that he always gives you everything he's got on the court. But then he'll take some of what you got.
On my back, 'cause I love the city I'm from. Hands up if you feel that.
Shut up, Honcho. I want to see Deshaun again. Tears of joy, tears of joy, tears of joy, tears of joy.
Tears of joy, tears of joy, tears of joy. That's fucking funny. Oh man, like, hey, Elbow, you telling the motherfucking truth. But that's an interesting thing too. Let's I did say it. I did say it, and I ate the crow on that. But I said, hey, I didn't say it first. I said I didn't like it because of Beverly. I was overly emotional. I came back and I ate that, and I said, I was over emotional. I'd like to see how it works. I'm gonna root for it. And then, like I say, as things started flowing, as you start seeing, like once I started seeing them playing together over the preseason, playing in the LA leagues and shit, that's when my tone started changing. Once I started seeing how they were flowing together and that they were serious about making it work, I started changing my tone. The national media was still talking about there's no way they can play together. There's no way to be, you know what I'm saying? So that's it. I'm telling you, I will admit when I'm wrong, and I'll be more than happy, because when I'm wrong, that means it's most likely benefiting the team, because I done said some off the wall shit. But you're going to have a lot of these guys, and these big media guys, Stephen A., he's going to go back, I knew that they could do it. I just didn't know. I didn't know if James was going to show up. And they'll come up with excuses out their ass. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I was wrong about my initial reaction to the CP3 trade. I was wrong because we gave up a bunch of pieces, and I didn't think that he was going to bring in some of the guys that kind of followed behind, like say Muthaf, and that's before Tucker and all that other stuff happened. But because we lost some pieces that I thought were valuable, and now we see some of them pieces fell apart. Some of them pieces didn't move to L.A. and now they gang banging or some shit. I don't even know that since L.A. done got tough and shit. But it's no worries here. It's no worries here. I'm definitely like I said, I'm more than happy to eat that crow. If that crow means that we're gonna be in the finals, I'm with it. The thing that kills me though is, people talking about, oh well, Houston. I don't know who was that. Was it Chris Carter? I hate listening to Chris Carter talk anything about fucking basketball. But basically saying he don't see how Houston get Golden State. But it was one of them that was saying, but they're talking about that the new look Cavaliers are ready to compete with Golden. How? These motherfuckers done played like 2 or 3 games together. We've been doing this consistently all year. People are just trying to understand how they're playing. So it's a new team that you're seeing out there. And once they get them figured out, again, it's going to be the same shit. It's going to be a bunch of turmoil. And you're going to have a bunch of guys stuck in Cleveland hating LeBron. Then Charles Barkley. Talk about if LeBron goes to the Rockets, this is probably a positive and a negative, but Charles Barkley's a fucking idiot, okay? And I'm going to tell you why. Because Charles Barkley basically tried to say, oh, yeah, the Rockets, they're pretty good. They're a scrappy team, and we're scrappy? We ain't scrapping shit. We beating the piss out of people, dog, like on a nightly basis, like with no problem. I mean, it's just we're smoking motherfuckers, like, like I be smoking in the Cushing. Yes, shameless plug. But let me make sure I said this right. And so let's get this raffle action cracking. You know what I'm saying? So that way, show y'all some love for fucking with the flavor. Let's see. But that's what they talking about. You ask Patrick Beverly, ain't no more soft shit in L.A. It's going down out there. All right, sauce. And we'll call this one. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? I need some snacks for the Cushing, and I want to know what that's what we going to do. This has nothing to do with any kind of sport, nothing, but we going to run with it. Oh, and make sure, like I said, if y'all don't got me on the Xbox, it's... HonchoSaucy. 2K18 is free this weekend, so no excuse. I have no excuses. Y'all have no excuses. We can run some games. I know Wise, we're going to get one lined up. And anybody else who want to get some of that action, you know what I'm saying? Anybody else who wants some of that action, y'all feel free. HonchoSaucy on Xbox One. And it is going to be what it is. But yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. The Uncle Drew the movie, that seems out of the NBA. Like I said, we've beaten everybody, dog. We've beaten anybody that matters. We had a little bit of trouble with Memphis early on, and that was one because of a fluke game. That Boston Celtics was a bunch of fluke-ass calls in the end. Fucking, who was that? Tony Brothers wasn't even looking at James Harden. Marcus Smart just fell on the ground, and they fucking call fouls. Like, that type of shit, man. That shit is ridiculous. Hey, look, hey, bring it on. I'm look, y'all had the first couple of, once I get to playing and just kind of get everything figured back out, see how it flows, even though everybody giving it a bad rating, I get it together. I snatch me a couple of W's in there. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Yeah, I fuck with Sticky. You say PS4? Nah, I don't fuck with the PS4. I fuck with Sticky, but I don't fuck with the PS4, man. Fuck that PS4. Man, let him. But here's the thing: who has done more than James Harden? As for who has had more burden than James Harden in the think about the last 5 years? Who's had to do more in the playoffs than James Harden? I mean, we're talking about top tier teams that people are considering contenders. It wasn't the Warriors. Wasn't nobody. They all shared that fucking wealth. Wasn't the Cavs, because LeBron went and got him some help, and then prior to that, he had all the help in the world in Miami. Like, this is why I say I fucking hate this dick-sucking ass national media, because they'll say stupid shit, but let's look at the reality. You're talking about one guy. The year Dwight did have I want to say he was looking a little bit decent in the playoffs. Fuck. He was hurt most of that year, so he was fucking fully rested. James Harden carried the whole fucking team on his back and still didn't get no love. And shit, I mean, you get exhausted. Jordan couldn't fucking do it. You know what I mean? Like, Jordan couldn't do shit by himself. Everybody wants to ride Jordan's dick. Jordan, he's the greatest. Jordan couldn't do fucking shit till Pippen came along and they got him some role players who could assist in the situation. Jordan was getting his ass handed to him by Detroit every fucking year. You know what I'm saying? But nobody wants to talk Jordan's the greatest. If Jordan was as great as motherfuckers, well, I'm not knocking that he wasn't good. But Jordan had a great fucking situation, dog. If Jordan was that great, because the Bulls almost made it back without him. Not almost, but, you know, they played damn good ball without. I want to say they were still like a 50-win team, if I'm not mistaken, without Jordan. So that tells you how solid that fucking team was. Like, I like Jordan, but don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, Hakeem was more pivotal to the Rockets than Jordan was to the Bulls. You know, but people won't talk about that. They won't talk about the all-time matchups. You can go see that for yourself. You can go watch games and you'll see where literally Hakeem Olajuwon blocks Jordan for the game winner. He shuts Jordan down, or, you know, stuff, whatever it may be. There is no, you know, people just like to have that hero. You know what I mean? And that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. But Jordan's cool. Not my personal favorite. Not, you know, I'm not going to say he wasn't the best at his time and era, but now let's be realistic. You have guys now who could have easily taking Jordan one-on-one. If you take guys now with their athleticism in their prime versus Jordan with his athleticism in his prime, it'd be a damn good battle. The thing that would set Jordan apart might be his heart. And that's about that. But as far as physicality and in certain situations, man, fuck Michael Jordan, dog. I don't give a shit about MJ. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing, Bosh will come off the ball because, like I say, it'll be a similar situation. It'll be a similar situation to Miami. He'll know his place, but we got more shooters than Miami did. Miami had a couple of guys who could hit from deep, but we you know what I'm saying? You say the internet, like I say, Doug, it's called Xbox. It's been a box with an X on it. Womp womp. Xbox hating, man. The PS4 is garbage. Xbox One is better. Yeah, we have to see the difference. Well, I need to check them stats. What's the 1X versus the PS4 Pro? What you know about that ColecoVision, man? That's the dopest shit shaking. Tony Brothers sounds like a pizza restaurant. Yeah, that would definitely be pretty tasty. I could go for some pizza right now. You see, I think we need an athletic piece off the bench that is old lasted. Man, we good. We Gucci. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing wrong with what we got. Trust me. Because one, to acquire some other talent, we would have had to lose what has already been helping us win. Now, I know a lot of people say, and I'll be in the box too, but my thing is I'm getting mad at Ryan Anderson because I know that he's capable of more. But you know, you want that money to come off the books because that could lure some other talented guys in. But if Ryan Anderson shoots like free range Rhino, you know what I'm saying? Not mentally incapacitated Rhino, but free range Rhino, got his mind right, man, that motherfucker, you can pass that motherfucker the ball at half court, he gonna stroke. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Keenan Hunt, what's the motherfucking deal? Won the sauce raffle already. But like I say, this is what we'll do here. We about 38 minutes in. We're going to go 4:45, maybe a little bit over. Let's see, what is the time? Make sure we keep the minutes accurate, or as close as I can. What do we call this? 30. And then what I actually could do is go back and save that. All right. Okay. All right, so we're going to open up the sauce line, man. Let y'all call in if y'all got something y'all want to splash on this, something y'all want to talk about going into the All-Star. How do y'all feel like, do you guys think that Eric Gordon, will retain his title as the three-point king, or do you see somebody else taking it from me? And taking it from him, but if you do believe somebody else is going to take it from him, who do you think is going to be the new three-point king? And who do you guys think is going to end up winning the dunk contest? I think old buddy from Dallas, I like that little dude. It's unfortunate that he plays for Dallas, but I like that little dude, Dennis Smith Jr. That motherfucker, he got some sky to him. You know what I'm saying? So I like watching him play because he may lean on you for a little bit, and you have to be careful. Suspicious Eric. When I heard a Eric Gordon commercial, hey, this is Eric Gordon. Is Parrish in here? I don't see him. I don't know. Let me see. I guess I should start checking this little participants list too, so I can see who in the mix. Nah, Parrish ain't in the mix. We just a couple deep this evening. So I'm sure he'd be in here talking shit if he was. So you know how that goes. But like I said, man, it's gonna be interesting. I want Team Curry to win just because James Harden's on. I want him to get all the MVPs. I want him to get the All-Star MVP. I want him to get the regular season MVP. I want him to get the fucking finals MVP. I want James Harden to just sweep all the MVPs because he deserves it. He's been getting hosed for so long. Dog. Still don't get any love. They still don't talk about him. They're talking about, he'll be good for, James Harden can get in there. He can throw some lobs to Embiid. Like, fuck that. Like, fuck Joel Embiid, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's funny on social media, but outside all that other shit, fuck them, man. Has somebody gotten all the MVPs in one season? I have to see. I'm sure if somebody did it, it was probably some type of Jordan if it did happen. The Texan news I sent on Twitter. Nah, I hadn't been on the Twitter sphere too much today. I need to check it because I'm sure people are gonna be going crazy about Black Panther and stuff, and so that's why I've been avoiding it. Okay, what you got right here? What you got for me, man? Oh, cool, awesome. I mean, that's actually good news. We can definitely talk about that. Let's. Thank you, Braylon. Shout out to Braylon for sending a little bit of flavor here. Let me make sure we mark that here with 41. And let's talk about that because we got to get a little bit of Texans talking here. You know what I'm saying? Man, hold on. And another thing. Oh, my God. I can't. It's fucking fuck 'em Friday, man. And ain't nobody said fuck shit today. I can't believe I'm falling off. I'm supposed to. That was like an original thing. You know what I'm saying? Once we started going live. So, yeah, man, drop them fucks out. I know somebody that pissed y'all off. Your boss man ain't got on your nerves. Your old lady tripping. I don't know if some of y'all, your boyfriend might be tripping. I don't know. Your parents, your teachers, whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? You might be driving and listening to the stream. The motherfucker right next to you in the lane next to you might be trying to cut you off. Fuck them too, man. But shout out to Braylon. Oh, you did say some stuff, Jeremiah? My fault. I might have missed it. I might have been doing too much. Let me see if I can catch it if it's still in the beginning. Nah, still some of it went down. Say fuck the police jump out of the tree right now. What? Fuck coward. Absolutely, man. Fuck all of us. We forgot fucking Friday. I'm gonna take the blame on that, man. Fuck me for fucking for forgetting fucking Friday, man. What is this? What are these messages? After these messages, we'll be right back. Let me send this shit. My fucking fat ass thumbs. All right. So, fuck Heidi. Yeah, that's some hoe ass shit though, man. The laws be doing some hoe ass shit. And we gonna talk about this Brian Cushing shit real quick. But the laws be doing acting like homeless people, trying to catch motherfuckers on their phone or on it. Like, that entrapment shit, that's that bullshit. Like, it'll be places where it's illegal to fucking, to give change to homeless people. And them motherfuckers will act like homeless people just so you can give them some change, just so they can arrest you, like, so they can coerce you into doing some shit. Like, what kind of law is, how is that benefiting anybody? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're really committing your time and resources to doing stupid shit like this. Wasting motherfuckers' time. Like I say, that's why I say, man, the laws to me, if you cop a whatever, not knock you, but they are paid bill collectors. Now, there's some motherfuckers out there who are crooked as shit, and they doing the most dirt, making a fucking bad name for the people who go into the situation with good intentions. But at the same time, if you go into that shit with a good intention and this type of fuckery is going on, I'm not saying that. That's probably some shit that you're assigned by the department. Go act like a homeless guy and catch these people. I think that's fucking crazy. But, because I'm going to be honest with you, man. Like I say, you know, you talk about Weezy in his situation. And I told you, there's been a couple of situations with laws that made me, could have really fucked me over, though. Like, it could be like some no honcho right now type shit. It probably no honcho for the next few years type shit, you know, from certain, you know, if it wasn't laws, wasn't cool. But not all of them cool. And I'm not saying just because they were cool with me, they're going to be cool with the next motherfucker that they haven't ever done anything. Like I say, you just got to handle situations accordingly. But let's talk about Brian Cushing, man. So from what Mr. Braylon Reed, again, shout out to Braylon, just sent me, that according to Jason Lockenfora, the same motherfucker who said all that other shit. So that's why I'm going to have to take it with a grain of salt. But hopefully, but this is something we've been talking about anyway. Jason Lockenfora basically saying that Cushing is done in Houston. See, what I'm thinking is, though, this is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm thinking. He might be trying to come up with a story that's pretty much a done deal. He's going to be done anyway, because I think Houston's going to let him go. Because one, that's too much money. You got too much young talent. He's not going to be utilized that much to be getting paid that much. I think that's almost like a give me story. Like, that's something we all expect anyway. Everybody's expecting Brian to get cut, get cute. No, fucking get cut and be out of there. That's money that you save against the cap. That, why wouldn't you make that move? Even if he didn't get suspended 10 games, that's still probably a move that you seriously consider, because one of those young guys probably would have overtook him anyway. You know, and you've heard the rumors about, you know, 6'10" coming out saying, buddy, saying that he didn't like O'Brien. Whether it be or whether it ain't, who gives a fuck? Cushing's getting older. You motherfuckers still doing, you know, young player shit by being dumb and fucking taking steroids, you know, and I'm not going to say I have no problem with PEDs. I don't care about that shit. I think motherfuckers should be allowed to. Oh, fuck the plaid shirt. God damn. Let me come up out the shirt on, nigga. Hold up. Nah. But, you know, but hopefully it's true. Because like I say, I have no ill will towards Cushing. I think that he does not make it into the Texans Ring of Honor, because that ain't necessarily being honorable when your ass is, you know, getting a bunch of violations and shit. But we'll see how it plans out. So I want to know what you guys feel. All right, I want to know how you guys think. If the Texans do let go of Brian Cushing, what do you see the outcome being? Now, I would like for them to try to, you know, hopefully maybe get a trade, get some picks for him or something. You know, the more assets, the better. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's what's going on right now. But then with a story like that coming out, here's what you got. I'm going to tell you how stories like that get leaked. Now, I don't think Jason Lockenfora, like I say, the same dude with the story, I don't think he really has. He may have some sources in Houston. But what I'm thinking is somebody who has been trying to trade, or they may be getting a message of that, you know, Texas are trying to make some moves for Brian Cushing. And you have other teams who these guys have plugs and connections with. And so, the Texans trying to get rid of Brian Cushing. Okay, well, we can leverage it for our team if we put that message out there. Now we devalue him because the Texans don't want him anyway. So now he doesn't have as much value now that this is all out there. And but then again, it could be you may have a couple other teams who may generate interest, but most likely I think this devalues what he's worth when everybody knows that you don't want the guy. And so I don't think it's necessarily a Texan source or whoever it is that is putting that information out there. But then again, like I say, these motherfuckers say sources, and then the shit never comes to fruition, because I'm still waiting on Bill O'Brien to stomp into because that's the same guy who said that he was going to go into fucking Bob McNair's fucking office and make some demands and some other shit. You know what I mean? So it didn't any say we can take anyone. He didn't play. So what's up, Unique? How you doing this evening? Man, you look, I feel like this. Motherfuckers have made quite desperate moves either way. Shit, just try to fucking see what you can get for him. And if there's nothing, shit, let him go. But like I say, I think it's going to happen either way. We all knew it was going to happen either way. There's no way that there's no way he was going to be on this roster next year unless he had pictures of fucking Bob McNair and Bill O'Brien doing some dirt. You know, he can caught him with the bodies or something, but there's no fucking way. You know, as much as we can talk about how Cushing's been a good soldier and all those good things they want to say, you can't continually get caught fucking up and not produce. Now, if he'd have came back from that suspension balling out of control, I think the Texans would have entertained it. But he didn't do that. We got young guys who are producing. And so, too many chances anybody. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Anybody else would have been out of there. So that's my thing. That's why I say I have a couple of I have a couple. Black Panther was good. I'm probably my old lady want to go check that shit out. I told her maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not that. I'll have to see it. Just move. I mean, we'll see. We'll have to see. But I'll check it out because I don't want to put like the hype on it because all the other shit that, like I said, we talked about it in the Cushing. Motherfuckers acting like it's the new civil rights movement through a fucking movie, and that's the shit that turns me off. Like I'm sure the movie didn't have any intentions of that type of shit. But the way people are fucking reacting to that shit like it's really just gonna change lives, that's been my fucking thing. That's why I'm just like, I'll go see it, but we'll have to see. Man, don't doubt Honcho shirt. The shirt look good. They may put out. yeah, I hate on the shirt. Thank you, Unique. See, the ladies like it, so fuck y'all niggas. I see the ladies have complimented the shirt. You know what I'm talking about? So fuck y'all hating ass niggas. Y'all go on the fucking Friday for hating on the shirt. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Yeah, that's what I say. We got young bodies and things like that. See, thank you. See, the ladies, that's why I don't be listening to y'all. That's why I don't be fucking with y'all niggas like that. No way. I don't care how much sauce y'all got. Nah, I'm fucking with you. But like I say, well, ain't nobody call in the line. We gonna shut that down. I'm gonna call it a wrap here in just a second. But I do want to say thank y'all for fucking with the flavor. We are, and let me hit y'all with the reminders because I'm trying to make it cleaner and neater about how I go about doing these things. So, again, hey, fucking 2K18 free this weekend after the Cush Den. I'll be more than available. Y'all better take advantage while y'all can while I'm getting reacclimated to the game. So whoever want to get some of that work, HonchoSaucy on Xbox One, y'all just holler at me. We can get it in. Make sure, let's see, we got that. We do a Cush Den. What time is it right now? We do a Cush Den. Time did I say? Did I say 9 or 9:30? I can't remember. I have to see what time I set the reminder for. Yeah, what time did I set that? So, Cushing at 9. Okay, so I got to get my shit together. So, I'm going to make sure I got y'all on the same time. Cushing will be 9 o'clock. Make sure y'all tune in because we'll be doing the Sauce Society on Sunday after the round table. And so make sure y'all are a part of that Sunday at 9. Like I said, I'm trying to look all professional. I'm trying to work on it. I'm trying to give y'all cleaner, better presentations, all that other good shit. So, with that being said, we're going to slide up out of here. I'm going to go get some pre-Cush Den grub so I ain't looking all out of there, looking crazy and shit. And then I'll see y'all in the den, my friends. With that being said, man, y'all be cool like y'all be cool. If you're loving the flavor, if you're loving what's going on here, make sure you be interested. If you're interested, slide by patreon.com/SauceSports. Thank you to everybody who has already subbed to the Sauce Sports. Thank you, Duck Scout Heidi and Jay Dizzle. Make sure I didn't forget anybody. I think let me make sure I ain't forgetting nobody. Hold up, pimping. Because like I said, I appreciate the love. I don't want to forget none of that. With the talking super chats today, talking trash to each other, that was very entertaining. And Wise in the mix, I believe was Wise in the mix. That was Jay Dizzle and Duck Scout and Heidi. Okay, appreciate it. Just love the Wise anyway, man. That's my dude. So, with that being said, y'all be cool like y'all be cool. I don't have a top hat because my head is too motherfucking big. You know what I'm saying? Yes, go sub. Hey, man, I'm glad you said that, Duck Scout, man. Go sub to Duck Scout. Not just Duck Scout, but all of the Texan Tubers. I know things are a little slow, but you know, the sports and it is what it is. We getting to that period, bro, you know, trying to get to the free agency. But these guys are dropping good knowledge and information. So make sure you hit the description box below. Make sure you check out my featured channels. There's no excuses that I don't know how to get to the Texan Tubers channels. I don't know how to get anybody else that's talking. Is anybody else talking? Well, fuck yes. You got a whole fucking list of them right there. So no motherfucking excuses. You know what I'm saying? Sign Berkeley, the best free agent. We gonna see. You tell me. But with that being said, man, show some love. Sub to all these other guys putting in work. Shout out to Welcome to Third Coast Sports 2, TV2, to Wink. Shout out to everybody, man. Like I say, it's nothing but love, man, and we're gonna keep this thing pushing. But that being said, let me close this shit up out of here. Hold on, let me look. What's the motherfucking deal? All that other good stuff. Hold on. Wow. With that being said, I catch y'all on the flip side. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool. Stay saucy. HonchoSaucy on the Xbox. If y'all want that 2K, look, here's the deal too. If y'all come get that work on that 2K18, y'all ain't got no excuse because y'all know I don't be fucking with that shit. If I beat y'all and I'll probably put it on the mixer or whatever. So if y'all follow, I don't know how to do it on Twitch. I'll look and see how you got to put the Twitch on because or whatever. But we'll stream that shit. So if you're a member of Sauce Nation Official, I know you'll be able to watch that shit. And we'll figure out the rest of it. I'll tell y'all how we do it after the Kush deal. But anyway, y'all be cool like y'all be cool. Stay saucy. It's your boy Ed Honcho. I appreciate the love. Nothing but love for y'all, Sauce Nation. I'm out.